Happy Tuesday,
everybody.
We got hooked up and ready to go. We're ready.
We had a bit of a struggle getting our audio situation together. You guys, we DIY this podcast. We're not ashamed to say it. And we have learned some things. We're trying to improve our audio. And you guys might not notice, but we notice when it's not great. And we're trying to improve. So we got a new recorder. And we're not really sure if this is recording, but fingers crossed.
Yeah, let's freaking hope.
Yeah. If you're listening, that's a good sign.
Yes,
that it recorded.
we did it. We conquered it. Honestly, nothing like a good DIY for two friends.
Yeah.
We're just trying our best. We don't have a crazy studio, but it's fun. It's just also kind of frustrating when you've been going at it for a while.
Yeah, it's a bonding experience, I would say.
But I think today we've handled it great.
I think so, too.
In other weeks, tears have been shed. A while ago.
Out of frustration.
Yes, out of frustration.
It reminds me of that thing that you said, how men, there's like a chemical that goes off in their brain when they do projects. Mm-hmm. Like when they complete a project with someone.
The bonding hormone.
Yeah, so it's good to do projects if you're dating someone.
Right.
We're doing that for each other.
That typically should be us being attracted more to a man because they fix something for us. Really is what's going on there. Neither of us are having that because we're not solving things and neither of us are a man. 0 for 2.
Well, you know, we tried. We're just girls. We're just doing the best we can.
We do have a kerfuffle that a man is solving today for me.
Oh, yeah. Tell him about it.
You guys. It's not my man, let's be very clear, but a man, a wonderful man, is solving things. Yesterday, me and Maddie had a day, and it was so much fun, and we could talk about it. But this morning, I woke up, and I take the dogs out. I'm watching a dog, and I see something weird in my front yard. I'm like, what is that? And I look closer, and my mailbox is literally chopped in half. It is in pieces on the ground, in 2 whole pieces. There's some aftermath for sure of shrapnel. Yeah. But it is in pieces.
Yeah.
And so I walked up to it and I was like, you just have to be kidding me. Like, buy a house, they said. And now I have a mailbox in pieces. And I was like, what in the heck? I can't believe it. So I sent a text to all my neighbors and I was like, did you guys see anything? Did you hear anything? I look at my ring footage. I got home from Pickleball at like 6:30 last night. It was intact.
Yeah.
I had an Amazon delivery at 6 a.m. on the ground. And the Amazon delivery, I would have had video if they would have hit it. No. I just can't believe it. And I don't know how I didn't wake up to this noise.
Yeah, it was probably loud.
Which is concerning.
Yeah.
But I sent it to my neighbors, and they're like, oh, our ring isn't working. I'm like, of course your ring's not working.
Maybe it was them.
Yeah, honestly. And then my neighbors across the street came out, and they're like, look at the tire marks. And I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are like investigators. This is incredible. And there's tire marks going around the dead end and going into my grass right by my mailbox and then continuing over my driveway.
So it was probably just someone turning around at the end of the street.
Yeah, but how do you hit a mailbox? Okay, here are the options. You didn't know you hit it. How? You're drunk. What? Come apologize and help me.
Yeah.
Third, what's the third option? You did it on accident and you fled the scene.
Yeah.
Leave a note. Like, and my mailbox is cemented in through concrete, poured into the ground. A hole was dug with concrete to secure this mailbox.
Is that normal?
I don't know, but I loved my mailbox. I'm not going to lie. Aww. Be grateful for your mailboxes. I'm so upset. And so I sent a text, and I kid you not, my neighbor's fiance, this is the man that's solving the problems, got a sketch from his dad on how to fix it.
You're kidding.
Not lying. I saw the picture. There was a whole 8x11 notebook of the different options he could do, and he drew it out and wrote options. The dad sent it to Seth. Seth is going to Home Depot to get everything needed and fix it for me.
That is so kind. And on his day off.
I can't believe it. And obviously I'm going to Venmo him, but like, do you know how helpless I felt of like, how in the world am I going to fix this? Like, you know what I mean? Alone with cement. Mm-hmm. And so they're going to chainsaw it, get a whole new post, and then screw it in with like these special screws that he knows about.
Wow. And he's going to do it with his fiance? She's going to help him?
Of course.
Okay. What a godly serving couple that is. Like, it's your day off. Your neighbor has a problem who you hardly know.
Yeah.
And they're going to go make this whole project of it and come fix it for you. That is the kindest thing I've ever heard.
That is who we will be one day.
We should be that today.
This is, well, sure, of course. You're right. We don't have to wait to be married to do that. But this just shows the power of community and like the power of neighbors. Like, how wonderful that like we can just band together and fix this for me. Like, how kind. And when I was in Australia, my neighbor mowed my lawn. Like, literally, it just feels like the 70s, 60s. Like, I'm so grateful, and I can't wait to do it for them. Like, I'm going to take care of her garden when she's on her honeymoon. I got to really look up some courses on how to do it right.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure, actually.
And she has them flourishing. Like, they could feed the 5,000 with their garden beds. So that was my kerfuffle this morning. So I went to the sauna and I cold plunged.
Oh.
For maybe the first time in a long time. And it was a guided meditation while I was cold plunging. It was right outside the sauna at this gym I go to. And it was just great. It was so therapeutic. I wasn't like tense. That meditation through the cold plunge was life-changing.
Wow.
I know. She was like, just imagine your hip, because you guys. Okay.
Take it back a step.
There was a comma there, but I'm going to rewind. Maddie, why don't you tell them about our day yesterday?
Well, yesterday we played pickleball with these schmucks. No, they're just some friends that we have. We went and played pickleball. And, of course, Nashville weather. It said it was going to be sunny all day. It was maybe going to rain at 7 p.m. And so we're like, great, we'll play pickleball from 2 to 4. At, 1:30, all of a sudden, the weather shows rain from 2 to 7.
Yeah.
And it's like 50% chance rain, lightning, just like this huge storm.
Yeah.
And we're like, where was this all day?
Meteorologist, what the frick?
Yeah. And we had booked an outdoor court, and we were almost there. So we're like, okay, we'll just go. Frankie, Miss Ma'am, she just wants to be a part of the pod today.
Honey.
Tough girl.
Quiet.
Sorry if you guys can hear our third co-host.
Hi.
But
lay down.
So we get there and we start playing pickleball. We maybe got 2 games in. It starts downpouring, you guys. Literally torrential downpour while we're playing. Like, we were soaked. There was maybe like 2 to 3 inches of water at one point.
Oh my gosh. It was torrential.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, should we stop and eat our sandwiches and wait for it to stop raining? And the guys were like, let's just keep playing. So we literally played in the pouring rain for at least an hour, right?
I think we stopped at like 3:45. So
Yeah.
from 2 to 3:45, and then it rained, maybe 30 minutes in. So yeah, at least an hour.
At least probably over an hour we played in the rain. And it was actually so much fun. It was really hard at some points because the water was so high up that the ball wouldn't even bounce. So that was a bummer. But there was some slippage, which that's what I was scared of, which I didn't play my best because I was not committed to falling. Carly, on the other hand, was committed.
Injured baby giraffe down.
She went down and injured her hip.
I went one way, my hip went another as I hit the ground, and I was like, oh, something didn't feel right there. And it is very sore this morning, and it's kind of wrapping around my low back.
Ooh.
Because I think it's like hip flexor was just maybe overextended.
Yeah.
And it really sucks. It really sucks. Like, I didn't work out today, which is just awful. Like, I can't move my body, but I went to the sauna and the cold plunge. But this pickleball in the rain was so fun. Maddie made a really good point yesterday because we ate dinner right after, but I was laughing so hard for so long. Like, just the banter between everybody was so iconic, and then with the rain, it was just...
It's like a movie.
It was a movie, and you guys, I was gonna say something.
What?
Just how hot.
We have to keep this in. How hot you know who looks. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, can everyone just pause and look for a moment?
There was one moment. Okay, you guys, we played with 2 men, and we're in the torrential downpour. Me and Carly look like rats. We have mascara coming down our face.
Mascara was all over my face.
Oh my gosh, we looked so bad. And then the guys are like Greek gods, just like water stuck to them. It's like hand through the hair, pushing it back.
I see every muscle through the shirt.
Yeah, they looked so good. And I was like, this is not fair. I feel like the llama in Emperor's New Groove when he gets rained on.
You looked incredible. You looked so hot. I was looking at you across the court.
All right.
Because we played like mixed doubles. But
yeah,
I was like, darn, that is nice.
It wasn't bad to look at.
No, it wasn't. I wish we had more time. But shoot, what was I going to say?
We lost track.
I'm so distracted. I'm picturing. It's just ingrained in my brain rent-free, thank God. That was so hot.
I hope they don't listen to this.
They're blocked.
We'll
they
give
can't
them
listen.
A boost to their ego that I'm sure they
gosh.
don't need. But
no, we were...
I can't breathe. That was the slowest to fall.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh.
If you guys are watching on YouTube, Carly's laptop just fell off the couch. I hope you have Apple Care.
The slowest fall of all.
Oh.
Wait. What I meant to say before we started reminiscing.
Did you forget?
I was laughing so hard that you made this point that if we would have peed, nobody would have known.
Yeah, there was a moment where I legitimately, like, because I have bad bladder control.
Same.
I was, like, about to pee my pants because I was laughing so hard. And then I was like, you know what? I'm literally just drenched. Like, head to toe, drenched. No one would know if I peed my pants.
Nobody.
Like, just let it go.
And it
I
would just be washed away.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard at certain points, you guys. Like, it was the most fun I've ever had playing pickleball because the energies and the banter, I actually had nothing to give out of banter. It was just pure entertainment for me because
Same.
It was so funny. Oh, no, you had good ones. You had really good one-liners. I, like, had nothing because I was so overwhelmed with joy and happiness.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Which probably made me seem like a boring llama, but I was like, this is everything.
Yeah.
Yesterday was so fun.
It was quite, like, to say that I had a good time means a lot because I was also sick and started my period that day and we were playing in the pouring rain and I was still having fun. And I brought a box of tissues and the tissues were soaked so I couldn't blow my nose.
You guys, everything is soaked. My purse is so wet. My shoes.
Yeah.
There was a moment I was running back from getting a ball and you can just hear squish, squish,
slosh,
squish,
slosh.
squish. Yeah. Like, literally, it never stopped. It was just, like, always raining. It was like a movie. It was like One Tree Hill scene.
Yeah, it was really fun.
So nobody made out, but
it's a bummer. Maybe next time.
Honestly, we could use this podcast to process. Never mind.
Yeah, we should, but
We
then
should.
I'm terrified that they're going to listen.
There's a chance.
But maybe that's not a bad thing.
Oh, and last point about yesterday. Everyone's just waiting for more. I don't want to say we were enjoying our sandwiches because we were shivering inside.
You're not going to talk about the mouse right now.
Can you not? First of all,
it was not that big of a deal.
First of all, you guys know my experience with rodentia. We get inside this ice rink to eat sandwiches, which I understand your question of why would they choose an ice rink? Totally get that question. Fair. Mind you, it got sunny out right when we got in there, or at some point it got sunny and we just stayed in the ice rink. But we were eating these sandwiches like in the lobby of the ice rink, shivering. Like my jaw, I was shaky. I was shaky for like maybe the first half of the dinner.
It was the only indoor place that we could go sit. That's why we went in there.
Yeah.
Because it was raining.
Yeah. And this one guy and Maddie were facing like the same way, and me and the other guy were kind of facing the other way. And this one guy that was sitting next to Maddie, his eyes got big, a smile ripped across his face, and they saw a mouse, and everyone turned. I saw it. I made eye contact with it as it scurried away. Me and the other guy were like not happy about it, not well. And the other two, Maddie and this other guy, Joy. Oh, it's so cute. I could literally have cried. I was eating.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
You handled it well, though.
Thank you.
You did well. You're having PTSD, but you're doing great.
That was disgusting. I will say, though, it was smaller than I thought. Yeah. So I wonder how big the mouse was that was dead in my house.
It's probably small. All mice are small.
So maybe it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not.
The quokka really helped.
Yeah, your exposure therapy.
Yeah. Okay, so that was yesterday, you guys. If you're listening, check in on my hip and my heart.
Yeah, you're doing great.
My eyes.
My eyes.
My eyes. It was a good view.
Yeah, stay tuned if there's any stories that come from that. We'll see.
What's new with you, Maddie?
When this comes out, I think I'm going to be just getting back from Portugal. Yes. So I think next week I'll have updates from my trip and everything like that. You'll have updates from Italy.
Yes.
And I may be going on a blind date soon.
Let's talk about it. We talked about it yesterday.
I'm not sure. So my friend was at like a group activity thing with a bunch of people from her gym, and this guy came, and her husband were talking to the guy for a while, and they really liked him, and so they were like, would you be open to being set up on a blind date? So he said yeah, he agreed, and she's acting like it's blind for everyone. Of course it's not blind for me. I've looked at his profile.
What's that like?
Given her the approval. He's cute. He's definitely cute, but he just turned 27, and I just turned 30. And 3 years, I can do 3 years, but like, would I feel better if he was like late 27, about to be 28? Absolutely, I would. But he just turned 27, I think, in January.
But what's 300 days? You know what I mean?
Like, my mind immediately goes to when I turn 50, he's going to be 47. When he turns 50, I'm going to be 53.
Totally okay.
That seems like a big deal to me.
But if you were 52 and he was 50, your heart would feel more settled.
Yeah.
I think we can get over this, because if he is a gem, like we have been told by our mutuals.
I don't know. We have the people that we played pickleball with know him, so I was kind of scoping him out with them. And they seem to say that he's a good guy, but one of them was acting like he had stories to tell, and he just didn't want to tell me. He wants to wait.
Yeah.
And so that scares me. It makes me nervous that there's like something bad that he doesn't want to say, you know?
Yeah, I get that fear.
That's what it seemed like, right?
I didn't get that because he was so encouraging about how great of a guy he is, and he just didn't want
He kept saying nice things, but then it sounded like he wanted to say but then he didn't.
I don't know if it was a but. I think it was a comma and, not a comma but. I think he has maybe like a fun story. It might be about his past relationship.
Yeah, maybe, because that's another thing. He also just recently got out of a long relationship, which I can't judge. I did too. So,
yeah.
You know. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I have no idea what we're going to do on the date. It's not been set up yet. I just know what's going to happen when I get back from Portugal, so stay tuned.
Is there any chance you would want me to sit at the bar?
No.
No chance?
Absolutely not.
Like, I wouldn't announce myself. I would just sit there for, like, if you ever just need some peace and calm, you can look at me, and I'll be there.
No, I feel like I would not be able to keep it together. I would start laughing.
What if I had my back to you? Like, I would sit with my back to you.
No, because at some point you would turn and look at us.
No,
absolutely
never.
You would, and I would see.
Do you not know me? I have so much self-control.
What do you want to know? What's going on?
No, I just want to be a presence for you if you need it, if it's helpful for you.
That's so kind. I think that would make me like laugh.
Okay.
And make me, I don't think I'd be able to play it cool.
Jitters.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Are you nervous? What would be the reason you wouldn't go? Is it because he has tattoos or because he's 27?
No, I don't mind tattoos. Yeah, I don't know. I just, like, don't want to go on dates just to go on dates. Like, I don't want to date around just for fun. My intention is marriage, and I think I just don't know anything about him. So, like, the chances of it being...
It could be the best story ever, but he's dating intentionally, like they said.
Yeah,
But I get it. You can't
I don't know. I
suss
just
it
don't
out.
know anything about
Yeah.
him. So it's like, how am I supposed to have any confidence that we're going to be a good match?
Well, the best part of this is that not only did your friend meet him, which it was only one time, who knows, but we have another friend has a testimony of his character.
Yeah, that's true. So I know he's like a good guy, which is comforting.
So comforting.
It's also scary, which I'm relating to your fears on this now when I set you up on the blind date of like being scared that they're not going to like what you look like because it's like they have no idea what you look like. And what if you're not their type and you get there and then it's like, and I know that doesn't matter. Like if I'm not his type, it doesn't mean anything.
You're everyone's type. You're women's types. You are everyone's type.
It's just like you never know. Like what if they get there and they're like, oh.
No, they will be like, thank God.
He might be like, she's old. How old is she?
Good night.
I'm 3 years older than him.
Maddie, you act like that's 30 years older. Like you are close to grandma status. You aren't.
I feel.
Well, he might have grandpa status internal. You might sew for fun.
Yeah, we'll see. He does wear cowboy boots a lot, which I think is cute. So,
and he loves Jesus, and he's funny, and he's
supposedly this is all alleged. Yeah, his family is in Knoxville, which I think is a plus. I think
how'd you know that?
My friend who met him. I think it'd be so nice to date someone whose family is in Tennessee.
Totally.
Like that would be obviously that's not a deal breaker if they're not, but that would be so nice.
Oh my gosh, you're telling me. I literally was just on the phone with my parents. And they're like, have you asked your neighbor yet if you wanted to sell? Because I think it'd be fun if we bought that house next door. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
That would be iconic. Frightening, but also iconic. Just if they spent some time there.
Yeah. No, that would be amazing.
I mean, like literally next door. But
yeah.
It would be, especially like, life is short. And whenever we have kids, like how helpful that will be.
Yeah.
I would love that. Or if their family, like our future family, was in like Franklin or like an hour away even. Like,
yeah.
Something in Tennessee would be so helpful.
Yeah. That would be so nice.
And just like for family time. It would just be so great.
Yeah. So that would be nice, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not getting my hopes up at all. I'm a little nervous, but I don't want to be nervous because I think one thing that I've learned recently is like how much having fun is important to me, like in a relationship. And I want to just like have that banter and be able to like let loose and like laugh at each other and stuff. And so I think I can be really nervous on first dates and that would prevent me from being that way. Bless you. Oh, please. I hope you're not getting sick. Literally yesterday as we were playing and then sitting in the ice rink, I'm like, good thing I was already sick because I would have gotten sick. When we left the ice rink, my lips were blue. Could you tell when we were walking out?
Honestly, in the daylight, I saw a hint of it, but I thought I saw wrong. I was like, is that a hint of blue?
I was about to ask, are my lips blue? And then I didn't for some reason. I could just tell. I was like, I'm so cold.
It was freezing in that ice rink. Continue.
Yeah, anyways, that's my life update.
Well,
I want to say this. Wait, should I talk about the story?
Please.
You guys want to hear the tea?
What's
Let
the
me
tea?
get your opinion on this.
The story?
Yeah, I think
you guys. Everyone get ready.
Yeah, you have to give me your opinion on if this was
out of line, ridiculous.
I was going to say a dick move.
Petty?
Yeah.
Dick move works too.
So, Pickleball Boy's roommate posted a picture of Pickleball Boy and their other roommate on his story. And he tagged the other roommate. And then he tagged at Pickleball Boy. And then crossed out boy and put man in all caps. And I was just so caught off guard. Because it's like, where did that come from? What did I do to you? That was obviously targeted at me. Like, only the few friends and me know that he's Pickleball Boy. Like, the rest of this guy's followers don't know what that is, what that means. So that was very targeted towards me. And I was just like, okay, like, what was the point of that?
So boring and so obnoxious of him. So ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, we are old. This is a perfect time to talk about age again. How old is he?
I think he's 30.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I would never date that one.
Never. Like, Just so small man of him.
Yeah. Honestly, it gave me the ick.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. My thought was, okay, first of all, does Pickleball Boy know that he posted this? Like, did he have some sort of, like...
100%.
See, I don't think he would. I feel like his roommate is the kind of guy just to post that to be funny, and then, like, Pickleball Boy would see it and not say anything.
I don't think he would give that kind of support if it wasn't warranted. From his
yeah,
perspective.
They were probably talking smack.
Yeah, which they have no reason to. My angel is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was just annoying more than, like, it didn't make me miss him at all. It just made me icked out.
Totally.
No,
it's just small boy behavior.
Yeah, it is very small boy behavior. Like, okay, you're going to throw shade subtweets on Instagram.
Subtweets.
Like, are we in 9th grade again?
Yeah, we are. And we're not anymore, us two over here. We're going to keep cruising to grandmahood. Like, best of luck.
Yeah.
Brother in Christ.
Brother in Christ. Please.
Gosh darn it.
I know. But
honestly, more validation, though.
I know. And then Pickleball Boy started posting Instagram stories. He was never on Instagram when we were dating. He never posted on Instagram because he didn't have it. That's why he didn't post me. And now when we're broken up, he starts posting again.
LOL.
Classic post-breakup behavior.
Thank you, Jesus. I don't know if you're there yet, but I am. For you. Just so annoying. But nothing like a good ick after a breakup. That
I know.
Everything we look for. Like, you had it after your engagement. I had it after my engagement. It's very helpful sometimes.
Honestly, something we could ask Chatgpt. Is it GPT? GBT.
Chatgpt.
I get so confused.
Chatgpt.
GPT.
Speaking of.
Okay.
What would you like to ask Chatgpt in this situation?
Well, like saying how to get the ick.
How to get the
I'm sure if you, this would be very mean, but like if you uploaded like a picture of your ex or gave some information about your ex and said like, give me the ick, I'm sure Chatty would
100%
would provide. Yeah.
What you could do is if you're driving and just like, sometimes I think really well when I'm driving, which is unfortunate. Shower and driving always. But
it's always when I'm going to bed.
That too.
Yeah.
Oh, when I'm laying in bed and I don't want to look at my phone anymore, I think of really good texts to people. And then
you have to write them down.
I don't. I always am like, I'll remember it in the morning, and then I don't.
Oh, classic.
Like, always like the best wording of how to phrase how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm the same way. Those 3 areas. But what you could do is while you're driving or sleeping is turn on the microphone and say it out loud. Be like, okay, here is like the synopsis of our relationship, the synopsis of who he is. Give me the ick, and just start talking, and it'll give it to you. You don't have to like have mean spirits behind it or like, he's so ugly. Like, no. You could just be like, here's the situation, and they will find it for you. And you can also say in like a psychology way, like psychologically, like basically finding red flags you wouldn't even see on the surface, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I love ChatGPT.
So many ways to use them. I don't think we've said that that's what our topic is today, but we're going to be going over the craziest thing that you've like put into ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So we'll get into those in a minute. But before we do... Should we do the Have You Heard?
Oh my goodness. This is going to be I don't even think doozy is big enough of a word for this.
I know.
Maddie's locked and loaded and ready to dish.
Okay. Have you heard about P. Diddy and Steve Harvey being in a secret relationship for 25 years?
Ooh.
Have you heard?
I went down one TikTok rabbit hole, and I paused there because I knew you'd cover it so well. So I would love more tea, because that's ridiculous.
I know, it's disgusting.
I'm scared.
So, allegedly, P. Diddy has been blackmailing Steve Harvey for 25 years over their secret relationship. It's not confirmed whether this like started out as a one-time thing and P. Diddy caught it on camera and started blackmailing Harvey to keep coming back, or if it was like a relationship that was happening and then the reason that it's happening now is just because of blackmail. But basically, P. Diddy had hidden cameras in every single room of Steve Harvey's house in Malibu. And so
how?
I don't know how he did it, but he had hidden cameras all over Harvey's house. They were found when the police raided P. Diddy's house in Miami. So all the footage, he has so much footage of not just Steve Harvey, obviously, all the other crimes he committed and things like that, which makes people think that P. Diddy was blackmailing Harvey to be with him. Like, it wasn't like a super consensual relationship. He was blackmailing him because he had all of that footage on him. But they would meet up once a month. And I don't know if you heard the rumors. It was like a while ago that Diddy was dating Harvey's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about that?
That's the one video I watched.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of footage of like them all going out like as a family, like Harvey and his wife, his daughter, and P. Diddy, like going out to dinners, on vacations and things like that. So whether or not Diddy was actually dating the daughter or if it was a cover-up for Diddy always being at their house, we don't really know.
Either way, if Diddy is around this family, there was some sort of shenanigans happening, right?
Oh.
Like, he's not there innocently as a friend.
Yeah.
We all know that at this point. No matter where Diddy is, something not great is probably happening.
Exactly. And then that makes me think, okay, did the wife know what was happening? Also, what kind of a horrible, horrible father to literally
Pawn off your daughter.
Yeah, to be with someone like P. Diddy, who's doing all of these things that you know and partake in, and then to let him be with your daughter?
Yeah, so what's the point? Is it money? Like, what's the overall point of all of this?
I'm not sure. I don't think anyone knows. There's so many different conspiracies about the root cause of it all. Like, if he was pawning off his daughter, if it was like a favor, if it was a cover-up, if they were really dating, nobody knows. But now all of these clips of Harvey are coming out about him talking about baby oil. Have you seen them?
I saw that on Family Feud.
Yes. Like him saying that he's the baby oil specialist, telling people how to put it on washcloths. Like, you get the washcloth super hot, saying he's had baby oil all over his face. He's ingested baby oil. There's even one clip of him talking to a pastor's wife and giving her tips about like how to use baby oil to spice up their life in the bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
And, you know, P. Diddy's whole thing was the baby oil.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
I loved Family Feud. I can't tell you how many times I've just had Family Feud up on the TV watching it. I'll never be able to watch it the same.
It's so funny because I remember my grandma making so many comments about how sexual he was. Like, just a little touch over the line sometimes.
Yeah.
But that was just his humor and whatnot. Also, isn't he a huge Christian?
I don't know. That's a great question. Let's Google it. Schmoogle
it.
Google says that he's a Christian and he speaks out about his faith. So that's a bummer to hear. And also he's been very proud, allegedly, of how faithful he is to his wife and like their marriage.
Oh my gosh, yes, you're right. Something just came into my mind of an interview he did about their marriage and like how they've been together for so long. I think this trial is going to be so twisted. It already is twisted. But I've heard opening statements, day 1 and day 2, were just brutal.
Yeah.
And it is going to be so dark and twisted, and I am so upset it's not being recorded, but maybe it's good for our souls that we're not exposed to this kind of stuff, honestly. Like, maybe we don't want to know actually how deep it is. I just hope justice is served.
Yeah. And,
like, whatever form of repayment is, in whatever way that looks, is to all the victims.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Justice better be served, for sure.
I hope he stays alive in prison.
Yeah, me too.
I doubt he will, but...
Yeah. Harvey was visiting him in prison up
What?
until the footage was found. Like, when his Miami home was raided, then Harvey stopped going.
Are you serious? He's allowed to get visitors?
Yeah, I guess. And in one of the recordings, like the ones that they found, Steve Harvey says, if this ever gets out, my life is over. And...
What was the recording? What was the context?
We don't know.
They can't just release those little sentences.
I know. What were they doing? We can only imagine.
Why would they only leak that part? Come on, leak it all.
And allegedly, one of the videos involves a third celebrity.
Ellen.
Well,
Usher.
Steve Harvey and Ellen are good friends.
Ellen's involved. It's my hot take.
Rumors are saying that maybe it's Kevin Hart. I don't know why the rumors are saying that. I really have no backstory. That was just one thing that I saw. I hope that's not true. I love Kevin Hart. I literally have tickets to go see him in a couple weeks. So I'm like, I hope. If it is him and if that comes out, I don't think he's going to be finishing his tour, but.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What's happening with Ashton Kutcher? I heard Mila Kunis is out of there.
Really? Still?
Yeah, she moved out.
Wasn't that a long time ago?
Yeah, I think she's still out.
Oh,
a new headline came up about her moving out again.
Let's Google it.
Do it. But I want to know his involvement because I know that's been looming for a while.
Yeah.
Is he being called to the witness stand or anything?
Yeah, there's a bunch of divorce speculation, but they were seen out together in April.
Is he supposed to testify? How do we know who's testifying? Gosh darn it, to be on the jury.
I don't know. We need to find a way to keep up with, like, all the updates as they're coming out. Yeah, being on the jury would be insane. I got my first jury duty.
Oh.
It's for July.
Congratulations. Are you going to go?
Well, I got one for June, but I'm going to be in Portugal, so I went on to, like, say I can't go, and I thought I would just be dismissed, and they just rescheduled me. And I was like, oh.
You tell them you have a podcast that's half problem solving, crime solving?
Yeah, I'll tell them that. No, but I kind of want to be on a jury. I think it'd be fun. Just to do once.
Really fun.
Like, I don't even care if it's something small. I think it'd be fun just to say you did it.
It would be fun.
To experience it.
I wonder if they would pick you as a juror.
Probably not, but, you never know.
Do you have any biases at all? No. None.
Yes, a lot, actually.
A lot. Wait, I have to be honest. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
it's crazy. We need to keep up.
I just would love to ingest positive things, but I also want to see how this unfolds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, scary stuff. Bye, Diddy.
Can't even trust Family Feud.
No, that's crazy.
All right, should we get into these Chatgpt submissions?
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay, what's the craziest thing you've ever
Oh my gosh, I use it all the time. It's my best friend.
You really do.
You guys, I mean, it's like one of the submissions I have phrases the helpfulness perfectly, so I'll wait to use that phrasing. But when your mind is not loading and you can just type out all your thoughts and ask it to just put it together in a more neat, organized, polished way, it's just so helpful because it communicates what you're feeling just more clearly. I wish I had it in my corporate job. I would have been limitless. Maybe it's a blessing I didn't, but like, oh my gosh, even like sometimes when I get emails and I'm like, my brain can't compute what's going on, I'll just be like, ChatGPT, can you just blatantly in bullet points tell me what they're asking for? Like, please, I don't have time with all this tomfoolery. Today, I actually was on my way to the gym, to sauna, and I spoke into it and I said, okay, here's the situation. I was playing pickleball. I fell down. These are the symptoms. When I walk, it's painful. When my leg is back, when I'm sleeping, it's painful and I'm feeling it in my back a little bit. If I walk up steps, it really hurts. What do you suggest I do for exercises? Do you suggest I foam roll? Do you suggest I do the sauna? And it laid out perfectly. Okay, this is what it seems that you have based on what you described. Do not foam roll. Do not do like a rogue ball where it's like pressure point. I would suggest sauna and cold plunging and ice and heat for a few days. Would you like me to suggest gentle mobility exercises that can help alleviate this pain? I'm like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Like, I know we've talked about this before on the podcast, but just like the idea of a nutritionist, like a physical therapist,
yeah,
those jobs can slim down a little bit. I understand there's still niche needs, totally. Like that field is totally still needed. But it is the most wonderful tool. It can be used to be so helpful and help little things, everything in your life, from like productivity to, I remember, this is like one of my favorite things, is my dad had some concerning heart results and his doctor was on maternity leave. It was a whole thing. It was really frustrating. And we were like, how do we reverse this cardiovascular issue? And we had all of his test results, all of his blood results, like literally every test. And I told him, I was like, what we can do is put all of your results into ChatGPT and type out in a holistic, natural way, whether it's supplements, exercise, what you can eat, how do we improve his cardiovascular health to open up certain ventricles in his heart and get more blood flow going? And it will lay out a plan, what kind of supplements, what he should be doing every day, what kind of foods, what kind of alcohols to avoid. Like literally in a holistic way too. You could say in a medicated way, but in a holistic way, what can we really be doing? And of course, it's not perfect. Like, I think sometimes it's 2 years behind in certain studies and things like that. And there's been things I've done for planning that it's really messed up. Like, remember I was doing dog planning with dates? Like, it was jacking it up, like the easiest stuff.
Oh, really?
There have been very easy mistakes. But when it comes to like lifestyle stuff, I'm so grateful for it. And also just like polishing up comms and emails. Glorious.
Yeah, you really utilize it a lot. And I'm a Google girl still. Like, Chatgpt is not my first response. I've only used it a handful of times. One of them was to have it turn my dog into a person. Like, I'm just not
For fun.
utilizing it to its highest potential. And I really should. Like, a lot of these submissions inspired me on ways I could be using it.
Totally.
But I don't know. There's a part of me that feels guilty using it because, like you said, it is taking away jobs from all these different people. And, like, one of the ways I kind of want to use it is to, like, come up with a recipe plan and, like, diet plan to, like, lose 10 pounds or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't feel guilty because it's not like I'm going to a nutritionalist to do that anyways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm not, like, taking away someone's job. But just the idea of that, like, taking over that field, like,
I think
makes me feel sad.
It's so empowering, though, because it's like, I can do this, and I have data and science at my fingertips.
Yeah, but have you also heard about how it, like, kills all the trees and stuff?
Yes, I actually have. We were talking about that on tour. And
it's like each message takes up so much energy that, like, uses X amount of water to cool down the machine, and it's, like, killing the planet so fast or something.
Yes, I have heard of this. I would like to learn more about it.
Yeah.
Because that is concerning, which is wild because it's like a free tool that should be just being used for positive purposes and not impacting the planet in any way.
Also, where is chat? Like, where is chat located? Because it's like a big machine.
It's a machine?
I think so.
Isn't it just a website?
No, it's like a machine that has to be cooled down. Like, it's really hot. So every question that gets sent in, like, raises the temperature. So, like, to keep it cool is using all this energy.
So it's like a bunch of servers.
Yeah.
And it's a whole room situation, you think?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Googling it. See, I should just ask chat.
Yeah. Who are you?
It says ChatGPT servers are in the United States distributed across multiple Azure data centers. North Virginia, Texas, California, and Washington.
Data centers. Yeah, we should research that. That's really interesting. AI, it's interesting how it's taking over, but it would be really cool if it was taking over in the sense of, like, just empowering us to improve our lives, but in a non-detrimental way for other people's careers or the planet.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think it's, like, it is so cool, but I'm just, like, so hesitant with it because I feel like it just makes everyone so lazy and, like, reliant on it.
Yeah, I think there's a balance. I think I certainly use it for, like, legal stuff of, like, explain this to me and, like, but I think start small with, like, the fun stuff. Or maybe certain, like, submissions that were here, like, this is what I'm really struggling with. I would like to avoid this, or I would like to get better at this. Can you give me 2 things I can do every day that are going to help me be more productive? Or this is the type of book I'm really trying to read.
Yeah.
Like, something fun, or, like, I want to watch an uplifting TV show that's not that popular that I can recommend to people.
See, I would never think to look that up on ChatGPT.
Oh my God. It's the app. I frequent it more than Instagram because I'm just like, so many thoughts come in my brain of, like, I have a mouse problem. How can I solve it without touching the mouse, not spending a lot of money, you know? And it just gives you really basic, clear ideas and things to buy. Or, like, I have to get this thing for the bachelorette party. What do you recommend that's unique, under $100, and is made in the United States? Like, Google can't give you that.
No.
But I will say, I was looking up, like, Canada spots, for example, like restaurants. I will be like, give me the top must-do unique restaurants in Vancouver or in Whistler, and it'll give me them. And you go to Google, and some of them say closed, like permanently closed. So I will update the system and say, listen, I love that you did this for me, but I just want to let you know this is now closed. Don't do this to anybody else, okay? You idiot.
Are you mean to chat?
Oh, I've been so mean before.
Oh, I'm scared for you.
I got really upset that one time we were planning. Maddie and I had, like, a lot of dates at one point this year where we were in and out of Nashville and we had to do dog planning. And so I put into ChatGPT, these are the dates Maddie's gone and these are the dates Carly's gone. Give me the gaps that we need care for, and it was messing up
But
so
see, like,
much.
why didn't you just look at the calendar?
Well, because it would have saved me probably 30 minutes. Just saying, here are your gaps. Maddie's going to watch Wilson and Frankie these days. Because there was just so much overlap. And I was just like...
And it messed it up?
It messed it up,
and but you figured it out right away? Like, you noticed
I noticed right away.
Okay.
And it kept messing up. So I ended up doing the whole thing. So that's interesting. So I don't put so much weight in it that I trust everything it says.
It doesn't have your full trust.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think it could give you icks for your ex. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I do need to use it more. I don't know. I haven't, but I'm sure I will. Maybe this episode will inspire me.
Woohoo. Should we get
kill
into
the planet together?
Let's go. No. Let's get into some submissions. Okay, first one, iconic. Ready?
Yeah.
Rapid fire. Argue with my husband via text. I love that. Okay, other things are going to make me say this, but I'm going to say it now and just get it out of the way. My only beef and concern with Chatgpt as of now, well, one of my main ones, is like things like wedding vows and like maid of honor speeches.
Oh.
Like, I understand, but it kind of makes me sad because it isn't actually you.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to write it all out and say, can you just make this a touch more organized? Okay, fine. But if it's literally like writing it.
Yeah.
Even if you put your stories in, it's just not you.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad. Like, that just takes away the specialness of it.
Yeah.
Even
Did
if you're
I tell
not a
you
good
what
writer.
Pickleball Boy did?
No.
For our 2-year anniversary, he would always write me letters. Like, that's what I would ask for my birthdays or anniversaries, is a letter.
Yeah.
And he wrote me a letter, and I could just tell right away at the beginning. I was like, he didn't write this. Like, this is not him.
You're lying.
And I asked him, I said, did you have ChatGPT write this?
You're lying.
And he was like, no. And I was like, there's no way for me to prove it, right? I'm like, oh, okay. And then I kind of like pressed him about it a little bit. And then he was like, well, I just had it like I wrote it, but I had it like put it together in like a organized way. If that's true, like, I'm not saying that he didn't write it at all, because obviously Chat doesn't know all of our like personal things that he had put in the letter. But for him to use ChatGPT at all, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I don't want that at all.
That's so just like non-genuine.
Yeah, and like even for the text example of fighting with your boyfriend or something, I can tell when people use ChatGPT, like in an email or a text.
Yeah.
It's like you can just tell that that's not
can.
how they talk, and I hate that. It's like, just speak your own words. You don't need the robot to tell you how to talk to me or communicate your thoughts. Like, I just hate that. I'm like, speak for yourself.
I do think one of the submissions I've read is like, I'm feeling this way and I can't process it, and this is the situation. Can you help me write out, or can you help me understand my feelings, basically? Because, and I totally empathize with that, because it helps take all of your thoughts and just make it more digestible of what you're feeling. Because I think sometimes like I can't put my finger on what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the communication, especially for like a lover or a friend, or maybe not a colleague, but like for something personal, I feel like that's just
I feel like in the
too far.
workplace it's fine, and if you want it to help you, give you ideas for like how to process your feelings or whatever, that's fine. But like to write something out,
a letter is crazy.
I know.
And you can tell there's just like this certain fluff of ChatGPT.
Yeah, and it's like, I've read 2 years of your letters. Like, I know how you write.
Oh my God,
know how you speak.
I did not know he did that.
Yeah, that was really sad. It made me sad.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe that's why I'm anti-chat.
Ick.
Ick, yeah. Okay, you ready for my first one?
I'm so ready.
Okay, I asked ChatGPT to write a Love Island episode with people in our graduating class, and it did not disappoint.
Oh.
It was so unrealistic, but it was so funny and descriptive, and we were all traumatized, and we will never see the guys in our class the same.
That is so good. See, that's like entertainment.
Yeah, that's fun. That's
so
a
good.
fun idea for like a bachelorette party or like something like that. Like just like putting information about everyone and having it put together like a whole narrative for entertainment purposes.
The options are endless.
Yeah.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if it like doesn't hit the mark, you could be like, okay, wait, make it more funny or make it more like savage.
Yeah.
So good. Okay. My next one. It's not unhinged, but I have a social media agency and I use it for everything. I get so burnt out trying to come up with content ideas and captions. Chatgpt helps me differentiate my clients from others in their industry.
Oh.
Genius.
One of our friends told me to look at Chatgpt and to ask it for content ideas.
Because sometimes when I use it for creative purposes, I'm like, this is so corny and lame.
Yeah.
So I think like Gen Z and Gen X are better to study for that. But if you start giving it examples of what you're looking for, it can be more on the money.
Yeah.
But I've noticed like if I ever use it for creative purposes, I'm like, this is brutal. This is corny. You are corny.
Yeah. Well, feedback.
But it is, honestly.
Okay, I asked ChatGPT to make a 6-week Bible study on adulting for our young adults group my husband and I lead at church.
Oh my gosh.
If there's one thing about Chat, he's saved.
He's saved.
Did you see the video?
Yes.
I'm sure you guys have seen it, but it's like people asking it, like, okay, considering everything we know about religion, about like faith, miracles, historical figures, all this stuff, which religion would you pick?
And like data and like proof of stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on everything we know.
Which
one would you pick? And he picks Christianity.
And it's like a deep dive into it, like a conversation with a guy and ChatGPT. We got to post that because it was really good.
Yeah, we'll share it on our Instagram stories.
I love that. Okay, my next one. Not too crazy, but I used it to write a motivational speech for the president of my company to use at an award ceremony, and now I'm responsible for writing all of his speeches and scripts for videos.
Oh my gosh, did he know?
I don't know. That's a really good question. It just makes me think like, I don't know, like I love it because it makes so much sense, and if I was that person, I would do the same thing.
But it's like
because that's not my skill.
Away the growth. Like, for us to have to go and write a speech for the president of our company, it's like, okay, that's a serious responsibility. Like, let's put thought into it. Let's really think about, like, what he would want to say, what means a lot to him, points about the company. And it just takes it all away.
It takes it all away.
Like, oh, just put it in a chat. Okay, done.
And you read
it just
is
like, turning us into mindless mushes.
I think that is the line. I think that is the best point. Because you're not practicing your brain or like exercising it.
Yeah.
I think you're totally right. And I think it makes sense why I would do the same thing, especially like when it comes to work and churning something out quickly and also making it professional and impressive and, you know, whatever like culture the president is trying to go for. But you're right. It's reducing the ability to exercise your brain.
It's like if you wrote that speech for him through ChatGPT and then you're in person with him and he's like trying to ask you what he should do for this and you don't know anything because that's none of your words.
You can't back any of it up. You're like, I don't even know what it wrote.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I think that's like the downfall of it. That's the biggest downfall of it. Not only like that wasn't me and you can tell that's not how I speak, but we're not using our brains. And like, I'm not blessed with the skill of writing and like communication. I'm not. And I want to get better at it. But I have noticed the more I use ChatGPT to write emails, the more I'm able to write them my own now.
Yeah, you learn from it.
You learn, which is great.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. I used it to name my baby.
Stop. Stop.
That's
so do you think
funny.
about that? Like, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's so special where you get the name from, or like if it just pops in your head or something.
Or maybe she gave him like a couple different options or asked him for like possible names. Also, is Chat a girl or a guy to you?
A guy.
Same. Someone said she in one of mine.
You go,
I was like, okay, pop off.
Yeah, pop off. Okay, this is funny. I use it for everything, but honestly, one of my favorite ways to use it is getting totally unbiased relationship advice. I have this friend who's a little boy crazy. I love her. And since I'm married with a baby and another on the way, it's hard for me to fully relate. So I explain her situations to ChatGPT like it's my therapist, and it helps me see things from her side. It even gives me Bible verses when I want to respond with love and truth. Aww. Honestly, it's been the secret weapon that's saved our friendship. Holy Spirit and AI for the win.
Wow.
It is cool. I love the Bible verse aspect because I've done that before of like, hey, this is really what I'm struggling with. What are good verses to pull out?
Yeah.
So good.
No, I love that because it's still authentic and like you're still caring about it. Like you're like, okay, I want to help my friend in this situation. I just don't know what to say. I don't know what advice to give. So like help me relate to her because I'm in a different place.
Or you could also be like, this is what I've said in the past and I'd like to say it in a new way that's still in my tone.
But like, what if I was doing that to you? What if I was giving you advice from ChatGPT? I feel like that would be almost kind of offensive.
I don't think, because it's you still. Like, I wouldn't copy and paste, surely, but I would be like, give me what I've said in new and fresh ways that like help me understand her more, but also can speak into her more in a loving way.
Okay, imagine if it was like your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And you guys were like getting to know each other and he didn't know what to say to you, so he's on Chatgpt trying to...
Yeah, no, it's not great, but like I also see her perspective. I don't know. I see both perspectives.
I don't know. I get... Same. I think it can be endearing in one aspect. It's like showing that you care and you're putting an effort trying to like get a new perspective and new thoughts and all that stuff to share. But then it's also like it just seems so inauthentic.
I agree. I think maybe where the line is could be I'm struggling with ideas or like new ways to challenge her or love on her. Can you give me new ways to do those things? And then not have it use it as your communication tool, if that makes sense. Like maybe just for your own self-growth.
Yeah. I guess. I can see both sides.
Yeah. Because there's probably things that ChatGPT could point out. Like, I saw something yesterday on Facebook for Are We Dating the Same Guy? And it was someone screenshotting text and being like, am I in the wrong here? And basically everyone was giving these like unbiased opinions because they posted it anonymously.
Yeah.
And it was really fascinating. And someone used ChatGPT of like, okay, I think here is like maybe where you could have been a little bit more understanding, and he is putting in a lot of effort, but you have so much emotion involved, and like your friends have so much emotion involved. It was fascinating.
Wow.
It was really fascinating.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. But maybe use it as a consult instead of as your communicator.
Yeah. Okay, my next one. I asked ChatGPT how much money I could make selling feet pics. I didn't want to sell them, but I just wanted to know.
Give me the average.
I know. I kind of wanted to look it up. Should we look it up?
I wonder if it has that data. Also, you should cross-reference how many people on OnlyFans are married.
Okay, let me ask.
It's going to give a big range, right?
That's it? It says
That's it?
$5 to $20 per image for amateurs. Experienced is $20, $50 an image.
But I feel like it's so locked down, that website, that ChatGPT wouldn't have access to that info. You know what I mean? It's like a secure website.
Yeah. I feel like I would sell a picture for like $500.
That's my girl.
I wouldn't sell it for anything less.
High class feet, baby.
What was the other question? What percentage of people on OnlyFans are married?
Yeah.
Subscribing on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
I saw a stat that Cola Brandt posted that was like 60% of users are married. I don't know if that's true. Let's see.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Oh, good.
Bigger? More?
Approximately 89.5% of users are reported to be married.
Crazy. That's depressing.
This trend is particularly notable among male subscribers who constitute up to 71% of the platform's user base.
Wow. That's wild. 70% of the users are men and 89% of all users are married.
Yeah.
That's really disheartening. I don't think we should talk about that.
Yeah, let's just brush right on over that one.
Okay, this one would have been so freaking helpful if I used at my old work.
Wait, I just thought of something.
Oh.
I want to ask it, how can...
How can I improve my life?
No, how can I tell if my boyfriend has an OnlyFans? Or is subscribed to OnlyFans?
Maybe they have like website checkers or something. I don't know.
That reminded me of one submission. It says, look for behavioral signs. Check bank and credit card statements.
You could keep going.
Talk to him openly.
Stop.
Yeah, all right, chat.
Inspirational.
Well, let me read the one that reminded me of. It says, I asked ChatGPT how I can know if my man has a Tinder account. She told me to download the app and sign in using his phone number. If it asks for a code, then he does have an account. Do you think that's real?
I don't know. Because if they've had one in the past, I think it would.
Yeah, too. I think so. That's what I was thinking. Because, like we have Hinge accounts that aren't active.
I mean, I just downloaded Bumble BFF again for friends, and my profile wasn't active, but it sent me a code.
Oh, but yeah, because you've had it in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one. My performance review at work. It just would have been so helpful. Like, here's all that I did. Just gloss it up.
Yeah, that would be nice. For stuff like that it's like, it doesn't really matter.
I had to put in blood, sweat, and tears. I would spend hours and hours and hours and hours on those things. It's okay. It builds character.
Yeah, there
it's
you go.
the good old days.
Yeah. Okay, this kind of relates to everyone that we've said, but I use it as my therapist / bestie. I literally tell it all my problems, breakups, anxiety, have it write emails for me. I've had it write breakup texts and analyze other people's text messages for me. Can't live without it.
Oh my gosh. You are screwed when it goes down.
Yeah.
Screwed. I wonder if she pays for the premium plan. I don't even know what you get with it, but I don't have it. I only have the free version. They're going to start charging soon.
What is the free version? Like you can only ask a few things a day?
I've never been cut off, so I don't know. It said memory full on my account for the last 6 months, but I can keep going.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what the bonus is. I think, I do remember the one time I got cut off was when I was uploading pictures of Wilson saying, turn this into a person.
Oh.
That one day, but I haven't been cut off besides that. Okay. This next one. I realized last month that I'm not above using Chatgpt to help solve math problems on my homework for my master's degree program I'm working on.
Ooh.
I haven't added, subtracted, multiplied, divided, or simplified radicals since maybe sophomore year of high school. I've been incredibly impressed at how helpful it's been on my homework tasks. I'm just a girl who wants to get paid more money in my elementary teaching position. I just need the diploma.
Wow.
I feel like it is, to think about high schoolers and college kids using ChatGPT pisses me off, and I think they have AI checkers, but or the teachers do, but I feel like this is fine because you're getting your master's and good for you, whatever you do.
I feel like if it's something that you know you're never going to use and you don't really need to know, then it's fine. But if it's something that you do need to learn, then it's okay, you should probably learn it.
Well, and it's annoying to get a freaking 4.0 and you used robots.
Yeah.
That's so annoying. Go through school like everyone else did.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay, my next one. My situationship has a gambling problem. He loves the casino but never wins. He will spend hours there and lose all of his savings.
Oh.
He was being distant to me and told me he wasn't seeing other girls, but I found out he was. So I told him I was going to the casino to blow off steam and asked ChatGPT to make it look like my voucher won big and posted it on my story, then ghosted him.
What?
He still messages me asking me to be his lucky charm at the casino. I never responded, but it makes me laugh every time I see he's there.
Oh my gosh, that's so savage.
I know.
That is so funny. That's so niche.
I didn't know chat could alter photos like that.
I actually didn't either. Thank you. I'm kidding. But I didn't know that. That's wild. Wow. I'm sorry that happened.
I know.
That's really tough. But good for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wish you really did win big.
I know. Maybe one day. You deserve it. It sounds like. Okay, my next one. I just got married and my new husband said our dog is officially his now too. I consulted ChatGPT and they said no shot because I adopted her. She's 100% mine. And if we divorced, she should be. That's so funny that she went for legal advice in the chance she gets divorced right after she gets married.
You just got married.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
She was like, my husband just it's our dog officially. I'm like, no, it's not. That's so funny.
I'm scared.
I know.
Okay, not me, but my guy friend had a feeling that the girl he was talking to wasn't telling the truth about where she was. She was supposed to be visiting family in Colombia. She sent him a photo of her, and he uploaded it to ChatGPT and asked where was this photo taken. It said, according to its features, she was in Mexico City.
What?
She was in Mexico City with a different man.
What?
Chat doing the FBI's work out here.
How? Oh my gosh. This is limitless. I did not know this.
This is unlocking a whole world.
I don't feel like, thank God, we need this at this stage in our life, but if we ever do.
You never know when you're going to need it.
Resources for others.
This is going to make cheating a lot harder.
I can't believe this. I didn't know it could do that. Thank God I don't need it and I won't ever need it, but in case a girlfriend needs it, I'm there.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one. I've lost all cognitive skills because I use ChatGPT so much. I use it to write birthday cards, Instagram post captions, email responses, etc. It's not always when I'm stuck or short on time.
See, this is what I'm saying. The birthday cards.
Yeah, I see that. I think the way she phrased it at the end, I think that is where I use it, is when I'm feeling stuck or short on time. Without having to read a blog on hip mobility, I can just be like, this is what I'm feeling. What do I need to do?
Yeah, I mean, that's different because that's just solving a problem for yourself. I'm thinking when it involves other people and it's like you expressing who you are or what you know or what you feel about someone else, using a robot is wrong. You should use yourself.
Come on. Maddie disagrees with you.
Yeah, I do. I think you need to.
A birthday card, you can do it.
Yeah.
I think they'd prefer that anyways. I know they'd prefer that anyways.
Let's reignite your brain for a second. You can do it.
Yeah.
That just makes me so mad.
You tell them.
Okay, my next one. I uploaded an AI-generated photo of myself with my hair and makeup done really nicely. Then I uploaded a real photo of myself and asked Chatgpt how to make myself look like the AI version in real life. It gave me an entire makeup routine, and then I asked for specific products, and it gave me a shopping list.
Wow.
Genius.
So good. Oh my gosh.
Right?
I'm just thinking right now about like haircuts for me. I could be like uploading because I don't know what haircuts
Genius.
to get.
You've been wanting to get bangs.
I know.
You should put a picture of yourself in there and tell it to make you have bangs.
Or like based on my face shape, what cut would look best. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
I've been scouring the interwebs for a foundation that will work well with my oily skin in the summertime because I feel like I just get. I know. I should go ask him.
And you need to say, these are the ones I've used and this is why they haven't worked.
Yeah.
So you need to give it more data.
Yeah.
So make sure you add in the brands that you've used.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
This is iconic. And we're going to solve so many problems. Okay, next.
Okay, I asked ChatGPT to see how likely it is for a bird to poop in my mouth because it happened to me. What did he say?
Well, what did he say? What was the percentage?
I'm going to look it up. Hold on.
It's got to be like 0.01%. That is so funny.
I'm asking him. Extremely low.
Oh, I need a percentage.
Yeah.
Speaking of what I just used ChatGPT for, nature-wise, I told him, my brother's a big fisherman. We're going to Canada, and these are the 3 cities we're visiting. Can you give us the best fishing in each city under an hour drive for an avid fisherman? And it and then I gave the fish, and I sent it to my brother and said, which one do you want to do?
Genius. That is so smart. It says 0.02% chance.
That's so good.
Actually, no.
Oh, okay.
0.0001% chance per day.
Per day?
Or 1 in a million.
Dang.
You're 1 in a million, girlfriend.
You should go get a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one. Not me, but my boyfriend submitted his x-rays for his neck to get a second opinion. It was pretty spot on for what was wrong. I think that's so smart.
Yeah, that is really smart.
Yeah.
Okay, this one reminded me of what you just said. It says, my sister has the whole winter off, so she used ChatGPT to plan a whole travel itinerary with places she wanted to visit with her family, making sure that they didn't spend a lot of money and they were not wasting any travel time in between, and it really worked out.
Love. So good. The only con to travel planning for ChatGPT is like closures.
Yeah.
Make sure you put the time of year because like road closures, like going through Canada is different than if you go in winter.
That's true. You have to be very specific.
Yes. But yes, queen, go off. Okay, my last one. Okay, I used ChatGPT to decide who was right and wrong in an argument with my husband. He was wrong, of course.
You just keep inputting until you're right. You're like, no, but then this happened. But you don't understand, then this happened.
No, but you don't get it.
Chat, we're on the same team here.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a few more, but they're really good, so I'll just go through them quick. Okay. My friend got an unexpected $3,500 hospital bill after surgery, and she had ChatGPT write a dispute letter citing the No Surprises Act, and the hospital dropped the bill.
Wow.
That's so
fascinating,
smart.
yeah.
I didn't even know that there was a no
those
surprise.
Communications, though?
Yeah, I think like helping you with legal things is fine. Okay. Because we don't know that.
Yeah. And just like wrapping it in a professional way that like hits on key points that you wouldn't think of too.
But not even that. Like, I think it's just giving you the information that you don't know. Like, I think you're able to put it together if you want to once you have, but like finding that information for you.
True. Like other aspects you wouldn't have even known about.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay. I ran out of books for my son to read every day, so I would ask ChatGPT to write a 250-word story using his 3rd grade sight words, and his reading score went up.
So good.
Isn't that so smart?
Oh my gosh, so good. Keep going. We're selling you.
Okay. I filed for bankruptcy and didn't want to hire a lawyer, so I used ChatGPT to help me with all of my paperwork and got my bankruptcy discharged.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
See, blessings. There are blessings.
Taking the lawyers' jobs left and right.
Yikes.
Small case lawyers or whatever it's called, small claims.
Yeah.
They better be scared for their jobs. Okay. I was told it would cost $1,000 for a workout plan and a meal prep, so I asked Chat to build it for me based on age, weight, and goal. Full 6-week bikini competition workout plan.
Let's go. Yeah. Go off.
Yeah, I know we kind of already touched on that one, but that's such a smart way to do it. I saw someone saying, like, I want to lose this amount of weight. Like, this is how much I weigh. This is my age. give me a meal plan, and then you could take it a step further. I think we've talked about this on the podcast, and we have it do the grocery list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is my last one, and this was the most genius one for me. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I put a full inventory of my closet into Chatgpt, and now it picks out my outfits for me. Isn't that so smart?
Wait, like took pictures?
I'm not sure how she did that. Like if she said, like if she described each piece, or if she uploaded like, I don't know if you can upload like an Excel sheet or something.
Oh.
Screenshots. I don't know.
That is so fun.
Yeah. Isn't that so smart?
That for sure would probably need the upgraded plan. Because that's genius.
Yeah.
But if it could make like capsule and like you could save the photos for future and it just like puts in, oh my gosh. Or like, what am I missing in my wardrobe that would be really good to have? That like, oh, this is so good.
I literally just thought I should ask it what I should pack for Portugal.
Yes. This is the size of suitcase I have and this is what I love to wear. 100%.
Yeah. Genius.
You gotta download the app.
Genius.
These were so good. We got so many submissions. I loved these.
Yeah.
You guys are creative.
And we posted last minute too, and you guys really came through.
Let's go.
Yeah, this was a fun one. We'll have to do another one like this soon.
Oh my gosh, I loved it. Honestly, I'm so inspired.
Yeah, same. Still iffy about chat, but
I get it. Skeptical.
I'm open to them.
Yeah, just not for thoughtful notes and letters and emails to loved ones.
Yeah, not
friends.
for personal things.
Yeah, that's Maddie's line. I agree. I do agree with that. Well, happy Tuesday.
Yes, happy Tuesday. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like we said, next week we'll be back from Portugal and Italy, so we'll have some updates for you guys.
Can't wait.
And yeah, we can't wait. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.